Brought to you direct from Studio 3B at Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, the American Hardwood Advisor is your source for trends, tips, and insights into how the building industry has evolved. Join me, Steve Stack, along with guest builders and industry leaders as we talk shop and go in depth on what it takes to be the best of the best. Dive into topics like architecture, industry trends, project plans, historical tools, tricks of the trade, and life's lessons from more than 6 decades of experience in the hardwood lumber business.
Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to our AHA. Today we are changing it up just a bit. You don't see Steve Stack sitting here. I'm McKenzie Cross. I am part of Baird's marketing arm, and today I have with me Miss Lori Baird. How are you?
I'm good.
You're excited to be here, aren't you?
Absolutely, I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
And we're gonna talk today about a topic that a lot of companies are talking about nationwide, and that is that Baird Brothers is hiring. Right?
Yes, we are.
And you are in charge of that process.
I am in charge of that process. It's a fun process. It's a good process to go through, and fortunately, currently we have several positions that we're going to be hiring for. We are taking applications, for the entire company. So
because of some growth and some retirement from some very long-term staff.
Absolutely,
right?
we have had a few employees that have been with us longevity, 40 plus years. That
wow.
Yes, fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's awesome. And we have a few other ones that have been with us 20, 25 years that are going to be retiring here in the next few months. So we are in need of replacing them. Mm-hmm. And a lot of our employees that come, they stay long term.
And we were talking off camera a little bit. This is really the first time that you've as a company have had to go through a real recruitment process.
Yes, we've really never had to do much recruiting. Most of our employees have come to us either by word of mouth, friends of another employee, maybe a family member, maybe a customer that's been in the showroom, or they've shopped here, or they know someone. And so this is very new for us to have to really reach out and to do this, because we've been very fortunate that we haven't had to do that in all these years.
Yeah, well, I think from the beginning of when I've started working with you guys, I think you had maybe a little bit over 100 employees at that point in time. Mm-hmm. What are you at right now?
135.
So and that's over the course of just maybe almost 5 years.
Yes, we've had quite a bit of growth over the last few years.
And I think the interesting thing too is that, we talk about the opportunities and the openings and availability, but really it's with everything. We're talking, you can always use truck drivers, really a focus on production staff and manufacturing right now, but lumber graders, dry kiln operators, molder techs, sales, draftsmen, engineers.
Yes, we're hiring across the board for all of it at this point.
Yeah, and they don't have to have.
They do not. We do. No.
Okay.
It's interesting because a lot of our employees that we've had, some of them have been skilled. They had been in the trades and they've come to us with that knowledge. Other people, they've come in, they've not had any training. They, maybe have a little bit of knowledge, and you don't have to have any. And if, as long as you're willing to learn it and you want to learn the skill or the trade in the business, we are here to teach you and to help you be part of our team.
Right. So it can go really, literally, from a new grad to an experienced woodworker to anything in between.
Absolutely, and we've had all of it in between.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I think too, one thing I do want you to talk about a little bit is the focus of the company on the future and being at the forefront of the industry. You guys really do a great job of adding some unique pieces of technology here, making sure that equipment is the latest and greatest, the production flows, you're on top of the newest trends. Can you talk a little bit about how that's important when hiring in?
It is important. Yeah, it is important when we're hiring in because, it's to bring people in and to learn some of this new technology and some of the new ways. And business is growing and we are expanding. And with that, you bring someone new in and they can learn that process from the beginning of it and take us all the way through and stay with us. Longevity is the key.
Right. And I think, with that too, you're looking for someone who wants a career, not just a job.
Absolutely. And I say this, and I'm really proud to say this because, as a lot of as you guys call him Stack, but Steve has been with us for, 40 years. Right. And he was started here in high school. His dad was with us. And it's so wonderful because it becomes, it's not just, it's not an employee, it's family. It becomes family and close friends. And that's really what we are here, and this is what, as a family business. And I think that's why so many of our people have been with us for so long, because it's a big family. Right. And I think that's what sets us apart too sometimes from other industries, is that's who we are. Right. As a family, and that's who we want our people to feel like, when they come in and stay with us for so long. Right.
And two, there's a lot of opportunity to grow with the company. You guys have been around for 60 years. Mm-hmm. You may come in as an individual that's recently hired, really doesn't have much experience, and 20 years down the road, you're the head of the sales department, and it's a completely different change in career path with the same company.
Absolutely. So we've had guys that maybe have started, in manufacturing, and now are, one of my guys, as a matter of fact, that's retiring. He started out in manufacturing, and he was very, very good working in production. And he moved into, went to the sales counter, and he was great there, and he moved into phone sales, and that's where he's going to be retiring out at. Wow. Is from phone sales.
How long has he been here?
Tom's probably been with us, I'm going to say about 25 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Since I was born, I was born and raised in it.
I was born at Baird Brothers.
I was born and raised in it, and I left for a little bit. Pursued a nursing career, and I'm an RN by education. Mm-hmm. And then I came back to the family business after several years, and kind of developed into the into HR.
The role that you're in right now. Okay. I think one important piece to mention is that the products that are being created here by your staff are being featured on national television series, and you have people who work in your manufacturing facilities who are literally seeing the products that they create come to life on TV.
Yes, it's really,
a pretty unique opportunity for someone, right?
It is very exciting, and it's very exciting because they've been such a big part of that. And I tell everybody this, I'm like, it takes everyone here to be part of it, to get that product out and to get it into someone's home. And so, to take that, there's so much pride that goes into that, and they should be proud of what they do. And we are so proud of them too, because it's really unique to be able, like you said, to be able to take that material and then to see the end product of it and where it ends up is, it's a big piece of it.
I think it's an awesome piece of it,
yes, it is.
Personally. But,
yes.
So let's dive in a little bit, very quickly, into some of the benefits.
Sure.
When hiring someone on. So we have that regular, reliable schedule.
Typically, typically our schedules here are usually, if you are in manufacturing, it's typically Monday through Friday. Some of the positions are Monday through Thursday. A few of those start from 5:30 to 4, and some of the positions start from 7:30 till 4. It just depends on, where you may be placed, what the schedule would look like. Of course, if you're in sales, that's typically a Monday through Saturday. We are here half a day on Saturday. So it just all depends on, again, what position maybe you would be placed in.
Okay. And talk a little bit about the health plan, 401k.
Yes. So we offer the health insurance. We currently are paying 80% of the health care here.
Wow.
And
that's really good.
We have the supplemental insurance. We have a 401k plan with a safe harbor match. and we have vacation time, so that's a little bit of our benefits.
One thing too, you mentioned it with your background as an RN. I think it plays a major role because what I have noticed is that everyone here seems to be a name and not necessarily a number. And it's very, very family oriented. Obviously, you're a family, the
Yes.
Baird family, but it's a very family oriented environment.
It's important to us as a family, and it's hugely important to me as well, because in HR, I'm pretty much the first person who is meeting someone usually. And so when they come in, it's nice to get to know a little bit about them, and I do. I know everyone by name and get to know everybody a little bit, and that's important too, because that's part of making people be part of the, you want to be part of the family, part of the team, is to get to know each other and
take some ownership of what you're doing here.
Yes.
You're building a business.
Yes.
One person at a time. So for someone who might be interested in learning more about any of the positions that you currently have available or might have come down the line in the future, how do they get a hold of you?
So they can get a hold of me either at hr@bairdbrothers.com, or they can stop in. I'm usually here Monday through Saturday. They could stop in and they can pick up an application, or they can email a resume over, or they could call the office as well at 330-286-1814 is my direct line.
Say that number one more time.
330-286-1814.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
All right,
Lori,
thank
I
you.
appreciate you being out here today.
Thanks.
Everyone, thank you for listening. We have more AHAs coming at you here soon. Have a great day.
For all you folks listening, thanks for talking shop with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to stay up to date with the American Hardwood Advisor series, give us a like and subscribe. For more tips, projects, and inspiration, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or at bairdbrothers.com. Until next time,